Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sonal's Table. Now, my name is Sonal Singh, and this particular channel has been created to bring to you wonderful stories from authors, artists, and such people. People who have accomplished something, people who are constantly on a path to evolution, and it is my endeavor to bring to you those kinds of success stories, because they're not successful in terms of their career alone. They are also successful in terms of the milestones that they have achieved, in successful in terms of the kind of I would say the kind of benchmarks that they set for themselves and then went on to achieve. So it is going to be my endeavor to bring to you such stories. And this particular thing would not have happened had it not been for the push I received from a few people. So before I begin with my first official chat show, I would like to credit those people. The first and foremost, I'd like to credit Mitru Rachamala from Artunzin, because it was him who suggested to me that this would be the next best thing when it comes to On Sonal's Table, to take live interviews. And but apart from Mitru, I would say when it came to technical know-how, although he told me how to go about it and stuff, but when it came to technical know-how, I was completely blank. So then I went running to another friend of mine, Anupama Dalmia, which most of you know. And I was like, Anu, this is something that I'm doing, and I've already announced that I'm doing it, and I don't know what to do. So then Anupama took a good half an hour session with me on the phone, and she told me how to work around StreamYard, and she told me how basically I needed to go about this. So Mitru and Anupama, a huge, huge, huge thank you to you guys. Without you guys, this would not have happened. Other than that, Shweta Singh, my sister, thank you so much for pushing me. You're one person who constantly has, the utmost belief in my ability, even though I'm quite sure I don't match up to par. But thank you so much for always being there for me. And apart from that, the people that I would most like to thank are the people who are going to come on this particular show. So Shivani Salil is my first guest. And why I say that I would like to thank them is not just because they've consented to taking a chance with me, but because they're going to be roasted on the show. This is not a normal interview session. I'm going to put these people on the hot seat. I am not interested in what kind of things they've accomplished. I'm interested in the kind of person they are, the person who's accomplished these things. So without further ado, let me introduce my first guest. My first guest is Dr. Shivani Salil, who's the author of the book Heret, Partition Stories from 1947. And she's also the co-editor of a very recent book project, which is titled 21 Stories for 21, which has been published by BookPass. So she is a doctor who transitioned into being a blogger and a writer. And from there on, she went on to become a published author and now an editor. And she's constantly evolving. I mean, every 6 months that I kind of connect with her, I see that she has done something new. But there are some lesser known facets to this multi-talented personality. So Shivani is very good at, she recently took up mandala art painting, and she's turned into quite a pro at that. She's a person who believes in the sustainably living life. So she believes in those kinds of things. And apart from that, she's also a person who believes in going back to the old implements of cooking. So I see her experimenting a lot online with, traditional cast iron tawas and pots and pans, because she says that she likes to kind of go back to those kinds of practices that were followed by our, forefathers and our ancestors. So that's Shivani for you. She's like a multi-talented personality, constantly evolving, constantly challenging the limits that the world sets for you. And that's what I love about her most. So, Shivani, I would like to welcome you to the show. Would you please join us now?
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining this show, Shivani. I am so stoked that you consented to being my guest.
Thank you for calling me. I don't know. I don't think you have managed to scare me by mentioning the word roast and hot seat. No,
I am so
I,
happy that.
I have had bigger fears in my life that I had to conquer. So
Good.
probably this seems something fun.
Okay.
And
I'm
also
glad. I'm glad.
I was wondering for all the introduction that you went on and on. I am not sure how much of that is true, but thank you.
A lot
And
of it.
this
A lot of it
a
is
lot
true.
of it is true. No,
Yeah. But now that we come to this point, introduction, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Now, online, I have come across these three versions of your name. So I know Shivani Verma's writing, I know Shivani Salil's writing, I know Shivani Shinde. So who is Shivani? What does she most identify with?
I'm surprised that you found something in the name of Shivani Verma because
Some place, very obscure place, just one mention I found.
you did? Okay, then please send me the link to what you did because I can't recall any. That's my maiden name, of course, and
Okay.
I don't recall writing anything and making it public at least at that point of
I think
time.
it possibly could have been a mention in one of your blogs that I kind of read
It
and
could be,
caught
yeah,
up.
it could be, yes, it could
That
be.
it could be. So,
And
but
so
what
far
has this
as
evolution been like from
oh yes,
Verma to?
actually, I think you have although we've talked quite a bit before this live happened, but incidentally we've not talked about the evolution of my name.
Yes.
So okay, I'll begin from the
Begin
beginning.
with that.
Yes. So what happened was when my mother was expecting me.
Uh-huh.
So my father was reading Shivani in those days, and
Oh.
he's very fond of her writings and everything.
Hmm.
And he would often say, if it's a girl, we'll name her Shivani. So my
Oh.
mother, though, was not very keen about it, but
Hmm.
she was like, somehow she assumed it just might be a son, who knows. So it's a
Huh.
50% probability anyway. And when I turned out to be a girl, so
Mhm.
then she was like, abhi theek hai, inke man ka hai, might as well, let's go ahead with it. So
Right.
the joke that in my family, I mean, I used to pull my father's leg, but thank God you were not reading Mahadevi Verma at that time, because that's another favorite of his. Otherwise, I would have ended up with that name. But
Yeah.
anyway, so my name is only Shivani. In my birth certificate, it was
Okay.
only Shivani to begin with, because my
Mhm.
father didn't want to write any surname, nothing at all. To
Mhm.
kind of identify, my name should be my identification. That's how I like to believe.
Oh, that's very
Then when
forward.
I think so. I mean, I've never really asked him, but I assume that that's the reason. And then in 10th standard, when you have to fill your forms,
Right. Board.
I think in those 76, 77, a lot
Mhm.
of parents had happened to read Shivani or what for whatever reason. There were three Shivanis in my class.
Okay.
So how to identify them? So my teacher on his own, when he signed the forms, he added everybody's surname. My father was
Okay.
quite mad at that time कि ये शिवानी से शिवानी वर्मा हुआ. Okay,
Mm.
वहां तक भी ठीक था. Then when I went to college, it was in Nagpur, where your father's name is also in Maharashtra. Your father or your husband's
Right.
name
Yes,
is
it is
also
that.
inserted. So my father's name got pushed in.
Hmm.
So I became Shivani Hukamchand Verma. So
Okay.
my name just kept getting longer, and
Huh.
I never liked Verma very much. So I was
Mhm.
kind of hoping that when I get married, I'll
So
probably
get
end up with a
Tamilega.
surname. Then I happened to get married to a Maharashtrian. So Shinde was all right. I had no opinion about it,
Huh.
and I realized that since I stayed back in Bombay, I realized that the moment people would see me, they would start putting me in a box. दिख
Hmm.
तो पंजाबी रही है, features are like a North Indian, she talks like a North Indian, but naam Shinde है, so they would assume and they would rattle off in Marathi. So now
Oh
I
boy.
know, I understood a bit of Marathi by
Huh.
then, but then I would insist on speaking in Hindi
Hmm.
and realize that a good way to stump people is to remove the Shinde. So now
Hmm.
Shivani Salil Shinde stays in the Gazette, in the Aadhaar card and the PAN card. Everywhere
Okay.
else, it's Dr. Shivani Salil. Even in my official college, I mean, where I was working in KM, even in those presentations, my name would be Dr. Shivani Salil. Because I just did not want people to identify me by any region or anything.
Hmm.
I firmly stand by that. So that's how. So it's quite a story. I didn't realize it myself. You asked. So
Okay.
I hope
Okay.
that satisfies you.
We just spoke about your parents. So, first and foremost, please, I would like everybody to join me in wishing Shivani's mother a very, very happy birthday today. So, Auntie ji, wish you a very, very happy birthday. And on that note, I would say that as far as evolution of the name is concerned, okay, I can see that the full stop is there now. But
Yeah.
as far as evolution of the person is concerned, I see, Shivani, your career has been about, you started off with being a doctor, a damn good, I must say, a damn good doctor, I must say, because you were an assistant professor and staff. So after that, you went on to become a blogger. Then you started writing, you were a writer, and then you became an author. So how has this transition been?
Most of it just happened. It was not planned.
Hmm.
And like we were just talking about your daughter who wants to do a lot of things. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
although I feel Rishika is way more talented, but I probably had a lot of things in my mind, and medical studies, medical school can be quite a bit.
Yes.
So all of
Quite
those things,
extracting.
just kept taking a backseat. It's
Mhm.
only when I think I always wanted to write. I even tried my hand when I was in internship. I remember one of my articles got published in Femina,
Hmm.
and or wo bhi, I'll tell you the reason also. The prize was that it was the prize that I was keen on. It was some nice bag or something. I was like, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
तो bag मिलेगा क्योंकि I somehow knew that I stand a chance. But I kept waiting for the issues after issues and it never came. And I was like, "Acha, they might have found somebody better." And then one fine day when it finally got published,
Hmm.
by the time they changed the price. So
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that made me as happy because it was a Swarovski thing and it was a brooch or something like that. I still have it as a reminder that that's probably the first time I got published. When I read people saying that they got published in at the age of 10, 12, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be telling the story of mine. But I like to say that because somewhere probably uh, as I said, medical school or the entrance, they take a toll on you.
It does, right.
Yeah, so it takes you away from the rest of your life, and by the time you finish, you realize you've already crossed. You're on the other side of the 20s,
Hmm.
and all the young hip things, you're past that,
Okay.
and so I think it was probably waiting to happen. The writing thing. I started writing even when I was working in KM. And when people started realizing in the hospital as well, I remember getting some recognition there. And they have a magazine themselves. I intended to be a part of it. And then
Okay.
suddenly one fine day, my husband decided to pack his bags. He had been threatening to do that for quite a while anyway. So at the back of my mind, I knew that this may not last. But unfortunately, by the time I started getting into the writing thing, it was time for me to go.
Okay.
And by the time I think Mom's Presso had happened, so
Hmm.
the idea that okay, your blogs are being read by people, they actually
Right.
take time to you've experienced that how it
Hmm.
works. So I think वो कीड़ा वाला बात होता है दिमाग में एक जो कीड़ा होता है as they say in Bombay.
Hmm.
So that कीड़ा was probably always there. It just started wiggling a little bit more when I started writing. And in Hong Kong, there was literally nothing to do, and I was taking a conscious sabbatical because I wanted my daughter to settle in.
Hmm.
A lot of things were changing for us very rapidly, so
Right. Right.
that was a conscious decision. But then Hirayat happened in the first year. Then by the time I finished, I realized,
I've got the book right here. Yeah.
oh yes,
So for those of you who've not bought your copies, please do buy them. And this is a book which has been published by Roomland Publications. And the best part about the book is not the book. The best part about the book for me is this personal note which I have from Shivani. So
it was
I'm a
such a
hoarder that
lovely
way.
time.
Yeah, I'm a hoarder that way. I collect, author autographs. So this was my first Shivani. So this will always be very, very special to me.
Thank you.
And
Me
okay.
very much.
On that
So
note,
that,
tell me, sorry, continue.
so I think, and once Hirayat happened, I realized I need to probably do something in writing to be able to call myself a writer. That's how, and I had applied for MFA. I got selected there, and I think
So what
so.
are you right now? Are you a writer or are you an author? How do
I
you identify with
I have
yourself?
I have often Googled this for as to what a writer means and what an author is. I think author is just glorified writer. It's a
Okay.
published writer. Yes, it's a published writer. A writer, कोई भी अपने आप को कह सकता है. Anybody who writes is a writer.
Hmm.
So it can even be if you're writing your assignment, so you're the writer of your assignment, school assignment for that matter. So I realize that author gives you a legitimacy. It's a niche sort of a thing. Maybe one step up, but unless you're a writer, you cannot be an author. So
Right.
I feel due respect needs to be given to the fact that you're a writer first.
Okay.
That's how I
On that note, it brings me to a really funny thing. So I recently, a month back, I had a session in which there was Lily Swarn ma'am and Dr. Santosh Pakaya. So the funny thing was, Lily Swarn ma'am, she identifies herself as the maverick. She says, "I'm the maverick." Dr. Santosh Pakaya says, "I'm the Mad Hatter," from Lewis Carroll. Now, I read somewhere that you call yourself the rabble rouser. So I'm kind of wondering, my question, very specific question to you is that when a person transitions from a writer to an author, is this kind of a nickname a rite of passage that you need to coin a certain phrase to describe yourself?
On the contrary, I realized that I don't raise any rabble ever since I've started writing, because I'm no longer sure as to how, because see, I feel that one should write honestly.
Right.
I have very clearly demarcated certain fields. Like I never comment on religion and on sports, because I don't understand sports. Religion, I feel, is very personal. Politics, I itch to comment, but then uh, the thing is, everybody is always on the edge nowadays. Everybody is ready to react, and whichever side you're on. So the
It's easy to get
polarization,
embroiled into something when it comes to politics or religion, actually.
the bandwidth right now to handle that kind of it. I'm still discovering what I want to write about. So maybe,
Okay.
when I'm really sure of myself, that is when I'll probably call myself as a rabble raiser or the. But yes, college is where I earned that actually.
Okay.
So if you, since you live in Maharashtra, you would know Shiv Sena has a war cry, Jai Jai Bhavani Jai
Yes,
Shivaji.
yes, yes.
Very easy to make it Jai Bhavani Jai Shivani. Yes. Uh, no,
Although-
imagine, this is absolutely true. When I used to enter the auditorium in festival days, all all the boys hostel would chant that. I don't know how many of them would see this today, but at their
Dear
loudest,
Lord, what I would give to be a fly on that wall. What I would give,
and it
actually.
was not in good taste at all. It was not in good taste at all. It was completely derogatory. The way
Okay.
they meant it was, she's a pain in the mentionable and the unmentionable
Okay.
areas.
All
So
right.
you can imagine. But so it took me quite that is the day I realized that what it means to be courageous. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It just means that you have to pretend you're not afraid. So
Right.
when you have to walk, and my nose usually enters the room first, so it was a little easier to walk in with the. So I did earn quite a bit of notoriety in college because of my
That's what
feminist
makes
ways.
life interesting. Come on. That's what makes life interesting.
Yeah, that's what has changed. See, till the time I was with my parents, my life was quite what should I say? I don't want to call it mundane, but it was very routine, very protected. I would say, although we moved a lot of places, so that gave me a different kind of exposure. But per se, gender inequality or misogyny or all these things, I had never understood that. And in those days, it was like my daughter at least is reading about them in school. We didn't have those things in a curriculum, and I was in Delhi by the time I was growing. Delhi was uh, very surprisingly, at least my school. I mean, the friends that I had in both genders, I never felt that, or my teachers, both genders, they never made me feel a lesser person. But but definitely, it was not the same in Nagpur. I mean, so, but I think that has really been a very important influence in my life. Since you talked about evolution, I think it was a steep curve. Dude, those 5 years were a very steep learning curve.
Okay. Coming to that steep curve and coming to the talk of emotions, I found I've read quite a lot of your blogs. I've read your Saturdays with Shivani column, and I've read Hiret, of course, a few times actually. One thing that I identify with your writing is that it flows. I would call it a river of emotions. You kind of when you write, you are able to point at the pulse of the feeling, and you try to bring that out, whether it is in your short stories or your blogs. So, is that the genre that you're most comfortable writing in?
I,
Realistic fiction?
I think so, yes. I say that because for MFA, we were supposed to write a thesis of around 35,000 words.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so that thesis also, and I think even there, I probably attempted realistic fiction only,
Okay.
and quite heavily borrowed from my. I mean, I didn't realize while writing it, but I feel that a lot of people have crept in surreptitiously, who have been part of my life in bigger and small ways in those 35,000 words as well. Although,
Okay,
my mother, I don't know why she very strongly feels that an author, a writer should not give away too much about his or her life. But I kind of disagree with that. I feel that most people are autobiographical to begin with, and or rather, let me not say autobiographical. They probably are influenced by people around them. Their own personality
very
will will
true.
will creep into the writing,
Very
unless maybe you're writing fantasy or anything. Even there, for that matter, I say, if you are thinking about a character, there would be
But you
some
tend to put
quirk.
teeny pieces of yourself in all the characters that you create. I think as a writer, it kind of happens. I mean, I always believe that at some point, the stories that you write become you, and you become the stories that you are writing. Because without that connect between the character and the writer, it is not possible to embody them with the characteristics that would endear them to the reader. Where do
True.
those emotions come from? They have to come from somewhere within you. And
Very
that's something that, honestly speaking, after reading Hirayat, I kind of understood you more as a person. Although the stories were someone, a third person account, they were somebody else's stories, but yet they had your perspective. They had that emotional touch. So I understood you more as a person. I understood what Shivani is all about when I read your book. So if I had to, okay, if you had to take a chance and we say, okay, Shivani, what is the most far out genre that you think you can never attempt? What is the one thing you think you can never write?
horror.
Oh my God, okay.
I don't
but
think I
but
can't
Hiret
stand.
is real life horror. Hiret is real life horror. So
Real life, yes. See, real life doesn't scare. Probably no, no. But horror can be really gory, and I don't like I can't read it
kind of
even.
horror, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay. I think, okay, at
horror
this
is
point,
something I can't write. Yeah.
what most people would be interested to know is you're a published author, your book has seen success, and obviously you have also self promoted it to a lot of people, and it's really, really kind of connected with the audience out there. One thing that I'm most curious to know about is how does Shivani write? Where does Shivani write? What is there on Shivani's desk? And
Okay.
do you have a method to writing? I mean, just take us through that little journey.
Okay. See, when it comes to that, I am that Garib writer who doesn't have a desk.
So you write
So
on the dining table?
I write on the couch. If you are, and the entire book has been written sitting on a couch. Of course, it's since it started as a blog, so
Mhm.
the blogs were even more interestingly placed. So it was written in the month of April, the blog chatter month.
Right. Huh.
So I was writing. So this was actually 20 a series of 26 blogs that
Hmm.
eventually became 24 stories.
The book. Huh.
So those blogs were written all over in the plane, in the line when I was boarding back. My blog had to be published on that particular day.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband was trying to delay our walk towards the, because I didn't get the network the whole day. I remember.
Okay.
So even though I written the post and scheduled it, I
Mm.
I needed to put it on. I needed
Mm.
to, so I need to click
Publish it,
that.
right.
So it
Yeah.
took me a
Mm.
while. So I very clearly remember that one of the blogs, we were in Singapore and we had to come back to Hong Kong,
Uh-huh.
and my husband was delaying aram se dire dire. He was letting other people, so
How
that he
sweet.
gets
How
time.
sweet is
He
that?
gets the time and the airport Wi-Fi, because the moment we will board, the net might just give up on us.
Hmm.
So I have written in all crazy sort of places. And when I started writing, for that matter, in 2017, when I was still working, my daughter was much younger,
Right.
and if I couldn't write when I was home, but I used to travel by a taxi. So I
Mm-hmm.
used to have 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, Mulund Parel Parel Mulund.
Oh,
So so those two
you
hours,
get time to write on that.
I would write on my phone.
So
I
dare I ask, have you ever written sitting in the,
no,
well,
no, not it. No. My
okay.
mother, my mother would, if looks could kill, and if she's
Yeah.
watching, she'd be she'll she was sick of me reading there. So no,
Huh.
writing is no.
Okay. Acha, on that note, a very funny thing. There are two words which kind of define the character of India. I've always found it to be so. One is Jugad and the other is Totka. तो हम जो हिंदुस्तानी है, हम हर चीज में kind of we find our जुगाड़ to do something. Like you said, you found your जुगाड़. It was like Parel to Mulund and Mulund to Parel. That was your जुगाड़. Yeah. So do you also have any kind of जुगाड़ or any kind of टोटका? Like a lot of people do that, भगवान को अगरबत्ती लगाना, या एग्जाम के पहले particularly सब भगवान याद आते हैं. So anything like that?
वो भी कभी नहीं हुआ. और I'll tell you why वो कभी नहीं हुआ होगा. Now since you mentioned भगवान को बत्ती लगाना, because when we were very little, my father used to drop us to the bus stop, and I was a nerdy kid. तो मुझे ऐसा था स्कूल बस मिस नहीं हो, टाइम से पहुंचे. एंड my sister has always rolled her eyes looking at me कि ये she is from another world types. So I was that कि I needed to be on time and all. So ऐसे रास्ते में अगर इतना भी if I would say ना, हे भगवान, please God let me not miss the bus. So my father would say भगवान को ऐसा छोटा छोटा चीज में don't उनको परेशान मत करो.
Right, हाँ.
Then my mother, result जिस दिन आएगा, so I would ask them to rush. चलो, or let's I want to see the result, and why are you delaying me? अब तो जो होना था वो हो गया. So she started the philosophy, which doesn't make any sense to a 10-year-old, 15-year-old for that matter also.
Yeah, but we use the same on our children now, no?
but it affects you. So I realized that, and in MBBS, when a lot of my batchmates would call their mothers in the hostel, and their mothers would stay, and we were alone. Me and my roommate were probably the only ones who would never call their parents. Entire month there would be mothers on our floor who would be, so then you start relying on yourself probably.
Right.
So you know that God is up there, he's taking care. Your parents are anywhere far off, and there's nothing except you yourself, nothing else can probably help you. So I think that self-reliance came from there. And no totka, although I have a huge belief in the word Om, but I don't remember writing it anywhere.
Okay.
No, I don't do that.
And as far as publishing a book is concerned, Shivani, you went the traditional route, right? But to any emerging author, right, who's trying to do their stuff and just kind of part of many platforms, what would you recommend? What is the best way to go about publishing a book? Traditional, ebook, audio books have really caught on nowadays. Do you recommend something like that?
See, it's everybody's call. I don't know, but especially, I have started thinking that all formats are books eventually, especially because during the pandemic, we weren't ordering books. I had to move to ebooks. Then if you're moving around, if you're traveling, audiobooks seem to be, although I still have to get into the audiobooks, but a lot of people have started moving. So when they're doing housework or traveling, they switch to audiobooks. So I think eventually every book is a book, whichever format suits them. As an author or as a writer, I feel writers are still very sentimental about paperbacks. And this I realized more so when we were doing 21 for 21. Because initially we thought we'll just do a KDP, and Pooja and I, the co-editors, we thought this is what we can manage, and this is about it. We don't think that we would be able to go beyond that. And then the moment the ebook came, and everybody who had been selected, they knew that it's only an ebook that's going to come. And yet I could feel that, they would put in a line, oh, I wish there was a book to hold on to. That is when you're dealing with 20 people, 20 writers, authors apart from you, and then you realize that the common sentiment is that, you need a book to hold on to. So probably as a writer, I think we are sentimental because that's how we have read books traditionally. But as a reader, any format.
But do you think this trend is changing? See, when it comes to me, like I said, your book is very dear to me. Why? Because you've signed it for me. You've written my name on it. So I hold it in great esteem. And I'm the kind of person who grew up reading physical books. I have a Kindle which is chock full of books, and I do read from that at times. But for me, the opening the pages of a freshly minted book, I still walk into crosswords, and I can still spend like 2 hours, just kind of thumbing through volumes. True. But this trend is changing now. So there are now our kids are more the digital generation. So do you see this publication industry going the same way?
I don't know, probably too early to talk, but my daughter, I don't see that happening. Because we had to buy a few Kindle books for her during the pandemic. Since we were stuck in India and we didn't want to order books right away. I remember, and I even downloaded the app on her laptop so that the print, because I didn't have my Kindle in India. So we downloaded it on her laptop, and yet the day we could order paperbacks, she was back to it. And now her school is closed here, but every Friday, because she is part of the Battle of Books, a lot of children are not making the trek to the school to exchange their books. She diligently has to go on every Friday so that she can bring those paperbacks. A lot of them are reading on Kindle and everything, but she. So looking at her,
like the traditional way.
I think as of now, at least, she's made her choices. But who knows? I mean, after 2020, in any case, I think after I turned 40, I stopped, or rather, the day I got married, I stopped making any plans. So
life happens.
2020 kind of has cemented that. I would say that I no longer make any predictions. I remember telling my MFA batchmates, so I'm the only doctor in the group, so they were like, Dr. Shivani, so what is this virus? And I was like, chill, nothing will happen. Today I have to those words. Oh my God, I can't face my batchmates any longer with a.
Okay, so since we're discussing book, let's come back to your book. Tell me, Shivani, whatever work we write, we end up loving a character or end up loving a story more than the others. There will always be those few stories which will always be very close to our heart for whatever reason. So within your book, which is your most favorite story or a character that you feel you are very close to, you identify most with?
I think one character is there's a story called Ummi. In that there was a character called Bebe.
Yeah.
And I had thought that I would not make the ending which I have eventually made, but that Bebe prodded me all along to make it a happy ending. I think. I mean, it was that
it was her that changed the course of the work, basically.
I had not. I had intended to write to end it at a bitter note, at a very sad note.
Okay.
And in fact, I was struggling to find the words as to how I'll end it and how to make it emotional and sad, but not gory sort of. So I was just struggling with the end when I was, but then Bebe came in one of the scenes at the station, if you remember that story, and although there was just a glimpse of her at that time,
but then it took over the scene, kind of, right?
It took over, yeah. So she comes back again later towards the end, and I completely changed the ending. So she's probably one of those, and I think the other one was the Bauji, I think, who kept his word in a very old world sort of a way. Those things don't happen now. Your word is the most important. Zaban de diye to only in the movies that you hear.
Yes. Right.
Iski zaban, uski zaban, mard ki zaban, and all that. So, but definitely, I think those people, for them, their word was the gospel.
Right. It was the gospel, yes.
So those two characters, I think, and maybe the ones that are from my own family or inspired from my family stories, I think they were difficult to write, but I was glad that I put them out. And why? Because a lot of my relatives know those stories, so when they read it, they could make out
with it immediately.
Right. Yes, so it was kind of. I felt that I have put my family's history on paper in a way. So
is there these are characters that you've loved, and these are characters that have kind of handheld you through the process of your evolution from a writer to an author. Was there ever a character that you wrote in the book or in any of the stories that frustrated you? There are some characters which continue to misbehave. You want to write them a certain way, but they refuse to be written in that way. They develop their own characteristics. And have you ever faced that kind of a problem in your writing?
Yes. Frustration. Yes, there's one story that's been haunting me for now 2-3 years, I think. Okay, around the time when I started writing for Artoonsin, I stopped writing for Artoonsin very early. Actually, I think I just wrote 3-4 stories, or isse pehle ki, people were liking my stories, and before they start really, uh,
Before the
how,
bric-a-brac started. Okay. Yes, I do know. I
I
know
was
how it's like online.
so before it goes downhill from there, I think retire when you're still up, still doing stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And then of course Hirayat came very early. I
Right,
remember Mithru telling me. In fact, you mentioned two names,
hmm,
Mithru and Anupama,
right.
and it turns out that for me also, I think these two people will always hold a very very special place.
Very special place, yeah.
I remember Mithru telling me after Hirayat came, now you
Hmm.
don't write for free. Now I don't just publish your. So I was like, no, but I might still want to write for Atuls, or I know that I have a genuine fear that मुझे कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता है कि when people meet me, especially those who know me from Atuls or anything,
Hmm.
so they assume quite a bit about me, and a lot of it is optics, I believe. They say that they are in awe of me and all of that. I don't understand that.
Hmm.
बिकॉज और मुझे ये डर भी है कि इफ आई राइट एनीथिंग तो वो सच निकल आएगा तो इसलिए लिखो ही मत
Oh my God. And you say horror scares you. I think you've got quite a few fears going on here.
my fears are very are extremely I fight fears on a daily basis. I mean,
I think we all do. We all have those quirky little quirks inside of us which continue to kind of gain the upper hand, and we kind of squash them down. No, 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 niche chao, upar mat aao types. So we all do that. But tell
so
me, sorry.
one of the stories that I had written for Artunzen was not very well received by a few people.
Okay.
I got very scathing criticism from certain people,
Mm-hmm.
and I went back and I tried to rewrite it for my MFA submissions also, one of my submissions.
Mm-hmm.
It became a little better. I got more suggestions. I have tried to incorporate a few of them, but I think eventually when it gets published, if it gets published, it will be a totally different thing. So that is one character that frustrates me,
Mm-hmm.
and it will probably take a while, and I'm not going to leave it, and he's not leaving me either.
Okay.
So
So, but
until
on that note, let me tell you that it was actually you. One of my stories on Atuns in actually, like you said, bric-a-bracs are a part of writing in the online community, and I received quite a few. I continue to receive scathing reviews, but they are what helped me get slightly better than what I was. And one of my stories actually that I wrote on that platform was inspired from your book. I've credited you as well, The Lone Trudge Home, because when I read your book, I remember this incident that had happened with one of my old professors, and that came back to me. So I think that it's not just your book, but your work on that platform as well, which influenced me. And if it can change one person's perspective, just think, just imagine the amount of good you've done. So there's so many of us who love your work on that platform as well, and everywhere else.
thank you for saying that. But I can't see a halo around my head. Neither can you. So
It'll come, all in due
thank
time.
you very much. I'll be hoping to what is one of the days when I feel that.
But tell me something, when it comes to your writing, which takes the upper hand, your upbringing or your personality?
It is a little bit of both, but my personality, I would say. If I have to choose one, it will be personality. But when I'm writing the character,
Mm-hmm.
the quirks and everything definitely are often mine, or
Mm-hmm.
of people I know.
Mm-hmm.
But the settings probably are influenced by my upbringing. So
Okay, all right. And writing Hirayat could not have been easy, Shivani. I mean, reading it was not easy for me. When I read it, I would say it was more difficult for me because I also grew up in North India, a large part of which was spent in Punjab. And as a kid, I had friends whose grandparents had, kind of emigrated from uh, Pakistan and had seen that kind of suffering. So those stories were, those stories actually, the partition stories are very much a fabric of North Indian upbringing. They're not so much in South or West or East India. So reading Hirayat was not easy for me in one shot. Writing it must have been even more difficult for you. So how did you cope with that? I mean, see, I feel that emotional stories take something from us. They leave their imprint on us, writing that kind of emotion. So how was it for you?
if I tell you the truth today, don't judge me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like one of my teachers used to say कि अपना answer लिखाओ,
Hmm.
let the examiner decide कि सही है गलत है क्या है.
Okay.
So probably these stories had been with me for so long
Mhm.
that never have I written with so much speed and the obsession
Conviction.
that the obsession you can say
Okay.
conviction. So of course, ठीक है, मतलब probably conviction had come around by that time, but I was obsessed and possessed probably during that time.
You had
So
to get it out. I mean, it
I had
was
to get
kind
it
of like
out.
roiling around in your head, and you needed to get it out on
Also
paper.
relief, I think, for me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was probably it's out there now. It no longer is banging against my head, inside my head rather.
कीड़ा
So
नहीं है, कीड़ा निकल गया अब.
निकल गया था, हाँ. So
Okay.
so I think that's what had happened. So for me, when people say अरे बहुत हमें तो बहुत रोना आया पढ़ने में, and so आपको कितना रोना आया होगा, तो मुझे ना ऐसा थोड़ा shamelessly मेरा मन करता है. I want to tell people that no, I did not cry. I was quite relieved. I think relief is probably a better word.
So was
than
it therapeutic or cathartic for you writing this particular book? These
yes,
stories, getting them out?
yeah, catharsis is the right word because the kind of with the kind of burst it happened,
Right.
it can be defined as catharsis. Yes.
Right. So it changes you as a person, right? It gives you a slightly more, I would say deeper perspective, more insightful perspective into things.
True.
So, right? Okay. And tell me something when it comes to writing, whether it is your book or anything, what would you say is the most important aspect? If you had to rate certain things, the plot, the character, the setting, or possibly the genre in which you write, or the POV, how would you rate these things? What's the most important one?
I am not. I don't know. I mean, there are bigger and better writers than me in in my own self. No, I'm not. I can't sound intelligent when I'm not. I can sound intelligent when I am. I mean, I
You
have
are intelligent. What I'm asking for is your perspective, your learning from
my
writing this
learning
book.
from whatever I have read and written. I feel that for me, character is very important.
Right.
Because that is something that you how would you remember a plot or a setting maybe over the years it gets sketchier.
The
For
recall is
example,
the recall for a reader is
the
with the
recall
character more.
value for a character like
Right.
specifically I often give the example of Gone with the Wind, which is a book I've liked. I read it very early in life, probably too early. I should have read it a little later. But the character of Scarlett, and especially because it tells you that the heroine or the hero of the book doesn't have to be a righteous person. I mean, she can be fallible,
Exactly.
she can be
Right.
fallible, she can be grey, she can be conniving, and yet she can be the heroine of her
Right.
story. So I still remember. I may not remember each and every setting, or I roughly remember the plot maybe, but the character has not left me. So I
I
may be
agree
wrong.
with you there. No, I agree with you there. Why? Because although I've read Gone with the Wind, but it was actually the sequel, Scarlet, which really left its imprint on me. I recall vivid details of that book, although I read it 30 years back, and I've not read it ever since.
But were you disappointed with Scarlett in a way?
I wasn't,
Oh,
because I am a rebel by nature, so I wasn't. I loved her character because she had those shades of gray.
yeah,
She did
true.
as she pleased.
True.
So
So somewhere I felt that Scarlett let us down on that count. I mean, that's how I felt, which is again another reason why I feel that the way the original character had been set, somewhere down the line to suit the reader's needs, the
So
second
you
one.
think possibly between Margaret Mitchell and Alexandra Ripley, a dilution of the character happened because
Which
the
is
authors changed.
I
So possibly that could
because
be true. Yes.
more or less the setting remained the same. The
Right.
plot was just carried forward. It was only the character which showed slight variation over a time, and by the end I would say it was quite unrecognizable from the first one.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean that's my opinion.
No, I think you've got a point there, right? Because there is a stark difference between both the books. But
Yeah.
because I read Scarlet earlier than I read Gone with the Wind, so for me it's
Okay.
been Scarlet throughout. So it's the other way around
Right.
for me,
Yes, that could be
right?
the case. True. That could
That
be.
would be it. Okay. So, Acha, tell me something. Ki, when it there are times there's this phrase which, when people hit a block, they love to use this phrase, writer's block ho gaya, कि कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Do you think that it exists, or is writer's block a myth?
People who claim they never suffer from one are either lying or they're very fortunate. And I'm neither. I'm not that fortunate, and I cannot lie. So I am going through a mega block, and it has gone beyond the mandatory Sunday that Bombay goes through. So that Bombay में जो local trains का mega block होता है वो Sunday को खत्म हो जाता है.
Right.
Mine still hasn't ended. So which is the reason I try to discipline myself by writing at least one piece every week, and that's Saturdays with Shivani. So I think one of these days Charmin is going to tell me a bus karo. I think you've had enough. It's been 2 years now. Now you've said what needed to be. So I'm not sure Shivani needs Saturdays or Saturdays needs Shivani, but that's how I'm clinging on to the belief that I can write. But after I've written my thesis, which was I submitted in May 2020, it's more than 6 months now. To be truthful, this story, the one that I have put in for 21 for 21 was also originally written for my thesis.
Okay.
But then it never became a part of it.
Okay. There is something. See, there's a question which the young writers, the ones who are just stepping into this particular world of writing, they often ask this on different forums. So I'm asking that to you here. How do you, as a writer, get your ideas? How do you, as a writer, find the means to give a reader different stories? Because कई बार एक ऐसा होता है कि हमारा writing style जो होता है, it's very typical, we write in a certain style, we tend to use certain kinds of words, and we are very partial to a certain kind of sequencing in our stories. True. Right? So we tend to put, So how do you, as a writer who's trying to learn new things, how will that person combat something like this?
I don't know. First of all, I think you should not call them young writers, call them new writers. Because in that case, I never was a young writer. I started writing at 40. So I can never claim to be young. So for the new writers, I say that for me, I can speak for myself, I think. I am interested in people. I talk to them. I have heard, and people open up to me. I think, I think we've experienced that.
You're very easy to speak to. Yes, you're very easy. You're very easy and very warm. So there's this intense, instant connection that a person feels with you. Right. Yeah, so I do.
A lot of people told me that, and now I've started monetizing on that, I think.
Oh my God. I'm one of the few ones who came in earlier. So I'm exempt from that. Huh? वैसे भी अभी COVID में things are really bad. Okay, no monetization.
No. See, I started in 1947. I met you in 2019. Abhi time.
Oh my God.
I'm coming here.
That means I'd better write a book which is set in 1700s so that I can start monetizing people from there on.
Definitely.
Okay, tell me something, Shivani. Have you ever I would say, how far has your upbringing, your childhood, your relationships with your sibling, the home environment, how far have all these things influenced you as a writer?
They have given me space, I think, and they're kind to me. Beyond that, my sister doesn't read me much. And let this go on public record. In fact, half an hour before the live, she was messaging me for something very inane. Tell me what to do about this. I said, see, I'm going to go into the live half an hour from now. Is this really the time? You should be asking me that. So that is the kind of person my sister is. My father is very, very proud of the fact that I'm a writer. I've started writing. My mother, although I think should get most of the credit for shaping the writer in me, because she can really talk. She has always, I always remember her talking to us. She has always made time for us. She left her job for us. And then when I say that she was always talking to us, I really mean it. I used to assume all moms talk to their children. she
Right.
took it to another level altogether. We used to come back from school, she would have finished all her work. We may not, our dinner may be simple, but our conversations were amazing.
So there were
So
anecdotes and stories and instances and shared
बहुत,
experiences at
my
the table.
mother can start from one end and वो सिरा रह जाएगा, and we have to remind her at times that come back and
How incredible that is. No, because I have a mother who's like that, and my mother-in-law is also
I
like
know
that.
I have spoken to her.
I get that from both of them. And yeah, between the both of them, my life is pretty enriched, with stories and tales. So I identify with what you're saying, right? So, okay, so that's all about Shivani as a person. Now, there's something in this segment that I am, it's a very naughty, naughty segment of this particular chat.
All right. Something that you've been trying to scare me with all this time. Okay, bring it on.
So what we're going to do is, what I want to do is, Shivani, see, we know we've been asking you questions and you've had time to think and you've had time to answer us. I just want to put you on the hot seat now. I want to shoot an array of questions at you, not give you enough time to think. Just take probably, 10 seconds and shoot whatever comes to your mind first, right? So I'm going to read off a list that I have compiled, keeping you in mind. And so let's see how.
But first, let's give disclaimer to the people who are listening that these questions have not been. I have not seen these questions.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. So Shivani is completely. If she, I don't intend to roast you like I claimed I would, but yes, I definitely want to put you in some hot water. So, but Shivani hasn't, for all the people watching, I haven't given Shivani even a sneak peek into this particular list that I have compiled, and she knows nothing about this. In fact, she knew nothing about what I was going to ask her. So she was literally sitting in hot water the entire time that we've been chatting on this show. So, okay, quickly. So, as I asked the first question, take cut jo aaye dimag mein, and then we'll shoot up. Okay. So, Shivani, here I start. Okay, these are your rapid bullets, as my friend Sheetal Ashpalia has coined them. So, okay, 3 a.m. friend, male or female?
Male and my husband.
Oh, all right, good one. Yeah. 1 a.m. craving, sweet ya sour?
Actually, sour, but I gave up eating after college, so I don't give it. Yes.
Oh my God, you wasting your life? You seriously wasting your life? Who doesn't eat ice cream at 1 a.m.?
No, I stopped doing that for quite some years now. I do. Oh, so especially ever since I started writing, I write at night, so I can't.
So you don't get hungry at night? Don't your characters kind of needle you and say, Shivani, go, the fridge is cold?
Garib writer, pani or soft ke sare.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Emotional atyachar here. All right. Okay.
Next the word garib writer, so please have mercy on me.
All right. Next question. What is your pet peeve? What do you absolutely hate?
Hypocrisy. Any day. I cannot stand hypocrites. I had little patience for them then, and after 40, I have made up my mind. I'm not standing them at all.
No bullshit in life at all.
No, thank you very much.
All right. A secret desire. Something really secret, huh? ऐसे वैसे नहीं. Something really अंदर दिल से.
I want to do stand-up comedy.
Oh yes, right. I was supposed to ask you about that. Yes, what is that all about?
See, when I married my husband, the first thing that my mother noticed was that he had the answer to counter all my PJs, and she used to get very irritated by my answers. She would tell me, "तुम्हें कोई ऐसा जवाब देगा ना, तो तुम्हें पता चलेगा." So when she met my husband, yeah, so she was very happy in a way. I think part of the reason she said yes very easily was कि चलो ये मतलब so I think the easy yes was probably partly because of the way his repartees were very quick, and even my daughter now plays that game that we try to pull each other down. We try to roast each other. That's what she calls.
That's why you're so cool under fire right now, because you're used to this roasting. Now I understand.
No, I'm trained by, but you have no idea. So if our reflexes matter, our reaction time matters. So if one of us is too late, so like if Shasya, my daughter, replies and she takes longer, so we're like, even if your answer is good, you took a long time. So you're disqualified.
Disqualified,
Similarly, if your opponent comes up with a very, very good one, so even if you're roasted, you appreciate the other person. You have to take time out to appreciate the other person. even if
Okay.
it's not in your favor. So
Okay.
I think I really need to think seriously about stand-up comedy because I'm unable to write it, unfortunately. That is
Oh,
a
good.
that's
I wish you luck. Probably we'll have another, we'll have another YouTube channel soon. Shivani laughs, something like that.
laugh with Shivani or something like
Laugh
that.
with Shivani. I know. That would be amazing. Okay, on that note, on that laugh and amazing thing, an author that you absolutely love.
Absolutely love Amrita, Preetham, and Manto.
Okay, and hate? Seriously hate.
Uh,
And don't say CB. CB is taken. You know CB, so CB is taken. Don't say CB.
Actually, no, after becoming a writer, I've become softer on most people. कि बेचारे कुछ तो
Rapid bullets. Rapid bullets. These are rapid bullets.
no,
One
there's
answer.
there is no name. But if somebody messes up with their blurb, I've seen some blurbs which are which are grammatically incorrect. Those people automatically
Oh my
have
God.
hatred, because if
Yes.
you didn't spend time with your blurb, then I'm sorry. So I don't even bother to look at the name. Yes, but those are the ones I really hate. If
All
I
right.
have to say.
Okay. Okay. One character that you read about that you absolutely wished you had the license to kill, like you were James Bond and off with his head. Any character. इतना
नहीं
irritate किसी ने नहीं किया life में अभी तक.
नहीं
Some experiences are yet to happen to you.
no, because yeah, probably, but because isn't that the purpose? मुझे ऐसा लगता है if you can hate a villain, then the villain has done a good job, or the writer has done a good job
Oh
making
my
that villain.
God. Oh, तो
So
philosophical angle हो
तो
गया ये तो
मेरा
बिल्कुल right.
मंडाला
I get it.
मंडाला जनरेट के अभी सब zen वाला वो आ गया है.
Right. Okay. So, any character that you fell in love with? Movie character, book character, like I'm talking about a male character. You are free to name a female as well, but possibly a male. Yeah.
Scarlett has really
Okay.
been one character that I often go back to. Then Jane
And not
Austen.
Red Butler. Would you like to go on a Valentine's date with Red Butler? Not really. इतना appeal नहीं किया. Anybody?
In fact, मुझे थोड़ा सा खराब लगता था. I used to feel bad that I admire this girl and look who she's falling for. I mean,
Oh my God. Okay,
and,
not Red Butler. How about Gerard Butler? Does he work for you? Going on. P.S. I love you. Does it work better?
I don't know. Actually, there's another thing that has been crossing my mind. I was reading, somebody had written on Facebook that most of the romantic novels are most of the romantic novels eventually misogynistic. So that set me thinking कि यार ये तो मतलब बहुत ही सारे
गहरी बात कर दी हाँ.
बड़ी गहरी बात कर दी. और वैसे मुझे मिल्टन बून टाइप तो कभी I never read. I have never been able to complete one MB in my life.
Too easy for me.
So, but yes, it will probably ruin some of the romantic novels for a lot of people if we start thinking on those lines.
Okay. And what do you hate more, snakes or lizards?
Oh, snakes any day. Lizards. Lizards is the only thing my husband is scared of. So
Same here, ditto.
that's one me. But he loves it, surprisingly. I cannot even talk about them. I feel I'll get nightmares. No.
Oh my God.
Never.
So you couldn't watch that film Snakes on Plane or something like that. You can't sit to any.
Even while surfing, if it comes to उस सांप दिखे नहीं दिखे है भी सही कि नहीं पता. I don't know. I have to follow to find it. It's there in the title, and I'm not trying to find out if they were really on the plane or not. No, I don't.
Okay,
I
so
don't.
you're a coffee or a tea addict?
Coffee any day.
Any day. Favorite food?
Favorite food? None as such. Not a foodie at all.
हाँ, वो तो बता ही दिया कि रात को भी सौंफ खा के जिंदा रह लेते हो तो. Okay.
But food definitely fascinates me. I mean,
yes,
I'm
experimenting a lot with it.
It brings people together also, and it can make people fight also. It depends on how you use it. So
do you see yourself putting food in a story somewhere? Writing a story which has, all your recent loves for cooking and maybe using traditional implements?
Now I think I do, because I realized how much confidence it gave me when I came to Hong Kong. And even before that, I mean, I was never into not on a daily basis at least. And after having cooked for 2.5 years now, I realized that it's a skill that everybody should have.
It's a part of your evolution, I could say.
Yes, absolutely. People don't believe, and I have family who has always assumed I can't boil an egg, which is also wrong. I was better than that then also. And which is
let's clear that air right now.
Yeah, even when they said, Didi, I knew how to boil an egg when you thought I did. So this is the reason I started taking pictures so I can send proof that this is what I made.
Okay, okay. Okay, so what are you, the morning skylark or the night owl?
Night
And why?
owl. Night owl. I
कभी
can't
सारे
get up.
ख्याल आते हैं?
I can't get up at 4 a.m. I have slept at 4 a.m. or not slept at all also. And part of it is probably because of, I think medical college does that to you. You have nights, so you end up becoming that.
Training is to blame for that then.
Oh, yes.
Right.
So night owl, definitely.
Okay, so men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Agree or disagree on that?
I disagree, kind of, because I think much has been made out of this, and on that, for that reason, we are almost forced to be different. So I feel
are you
that's
a feminist? Are you a feminist on that note? Let me ask you.
I think yes. I would want. I don't know. I no longer know what it means, but I think I am all for equal rights, equal parenting, and I feel women do get the short end. And at the same time, I don't think that I can. I've been very fortunate to have known some really good ones. But at the same time, as I said, MBBS didn't for me. That was probably very, very shocking for me when I realized what kind of. Although Delhi, I had my bit of eve teasing and all those things,
Right.
but never on this scale.
That's growing up. That's a rite of passage in growing up in Delhi.
Yeah, that's rite of passage. Yeah.
Right.
So it's an unsaid thing, sort of. But
Right.
when I went to college, my college was probably very, very different from what most young people, they enjoy college because of the crowd and the vibes. I had none of that. In fact, it was quite the opposite. So yes,
Okay,
I
said
think
that stories are imagined reality. Would you agree or disagree on that?
as of now, I mean, yes, totally. I don't think for me, definitely yes.
Okay, and in your house, who wears the pants? You or Salil? Who wears the pants in your place?
Both.
Are you talking literally?
Yes, that also. apart from giving birth and the mandatory first year, we were very clear that Shasya should be able to live with both or either or. And so, although I never had much of a chance of leaving her, my husband had to travel often. But
Right.
The off chance that I did, it was very recently, last year for the World Book Fair, for example. They had to come back to Hong Kong because she had school. And I stayed back in Delhi, so I traveled after them. And the night I was traveling, she was not well, and they did not tell me. The morning I reached, they told me, and they said that we didn't want to bother you. So for a second, there was a twinge of guilt. I should have been home, and they must have
As a
eaten
mother, you feel
outside.
that, right?
But then immediately I stopped myself, and I said that my husband travels so much more, and Shasya has fallen sick innumerable times that when he was traveling. Even if he felt guilty, he still did what he had to do. So I don't want to remember this as the lesson. The lesson should be that it happens and it's okay. The other parent has to be capable enough to manage.
Right. Very true. Very true. It has to be co-parenting. That's the only way this works. So tell me something now that you're saying you're 40 plus and you're at the spoken, you've done quite a few things. Like you've been a doctor, you've been an author now, and you are evolving constantly. Which part of your career, both are very distinct careers, which part does Shivani, only Shivani, no surnames, only Shivani identify with more?
I surprisingly, although both of them were my passions, writing and medicine, surprisingly, I thought I had always assumed I don't want to become a teacher. I ended up being a medical teacher because my job involved giving a few lectures a month, and I realized that teaching is something that I really enjoyed. I don't know how effective I was, but going by some of my students, both UGs and PGs, who were so warm towards me, I believe that I wish that I can get another chance at that. So, my degree is not valid for a medical teacher here, but I really wish that that part of me I want to reclaim. Yes, I want to reclaim that part of me.
So your career has been about taking on different paths. So tell me, spontaneity or planning, which is more important to you?
Spontaneity.
Any day.
Anyway, planning never helped. You have no idea. I am very, very sure. I had planned I had planned never to come to Bombay. I had planned to leave Bombay the moment my MD is over. I had planned never to marry a pharmacologist, never to marry a Maharashtrian. Look at me.
Everything. Yeah. It happens. Life happens, life
So
gets in the way that
so
way.
no more
Yeah.
planning from there on. And now that's what I said. When I got married, I realized I don't have to make any plans.
Mhm.
And then I
Let's
thought,
let's go with the flow now.
yeah, I was foolish for a while. I thought that, okay, now we are settled in Bombay. My husband had never left Bombay. So
Mhm.
this is it for me now. I had moved every 5 years. After 5 years, I would start feeling
Right.
fidgety. But then the moment I started getting used to Bombay, he said, now, okay, pack your bags and leave.
Let's go.
So, so abhi nahi. Or 2020, I think wo to everybody has
Right,
been
right.
wising
Everybody's
up.
been taught quite a lot of things that they never wish to learn in their lives.
I learned it a little earlier to just you know
Go with the flow, right?
make the road as you're walking on it.
Okay, so tell me, Shivani, what's next for you? I mean, are you working on a book project now? What kind of book would you like to pen? What is the dream book that you'd like to write?
The dream book, I want to write funny, as I said.
Mhm.
I want people to, this book has made people cry, and most of my family thinks that I tend to write sad things when I'm not such a I'm a much livelier person and to be
You are.
around.
Yeah. You are. You're a more
So
jovial character than the book makes you out to be, actually. Mhm.
yes. So a lot of people want I get that from a lot of people, and I myself feel that that fun and the funny part needs to come out now, but it's a very big struggle. So I'm not sure if that will happen anytime soon, but fingers crossed.
So ideally speaking, you'd like to translate that aspect of your personality into a book. But
Absolutely.
suppose that doesn't happen. Here's a thought. Here's a thought right off the top of my head. If that doesn't happen in the near future, why not compile a book of jokes and one of those crackjack kind of comments? Why not do that? I mean, you already have the editing experience, so that would be something new. And there is a dearth of such stuff, in the market. And I'm sure with your kind of comic timing, it will be a great thing to do.
You've
So I
given
can
me a good idea. Yeah.
I
You can you can
I
hear
can
the
hear the gears shifting now.
yeah, the gears.
Okay,
I
good.
just my daughter often stops in mid sentence
Uh,
because she's like, "अब आप यही लिखने वाले हो ना? You are going to write about me." She
uh,
even warns all the guests who come to her house,
uh,
be very cautious when you talk to her because you
because
never
it
know
may go,
how
yeah,
when you might
where
end
you
in
end
her.
up. Oh my
Yeah.
God. How
So,
scary is that? Okay, so if you could go back, I think we've already crossed the 1 hour threshold. So let us quickly wrap this up because you and I can chat on for, I think, a day and not even, break into a sweat.
yeah.
So, and you to don't need food also. So, मैं तो भूखी मर जाऊंगी अगर ऐसा होगा. So, anyways, to recap, let's just say if you could redo one aspect of your life, Shivani, what would you do better? What is the one thing you'd like to do better?
Uh, one aspect, I think it may sound very cliched. वैसे I don't have any regrets.
Good.
I really,
One
I
shouldn't.
really,
One shouldn't.
I really don't have any regrets because I feel the day I took that decision, I was very clear why I took it. So technically speaking, no. But if you're really pushing me for an answer, maybe for my postgraduate entrance, I mean, I should have
Mhm.
been more focused in my MBBS, in the sense
Okay.
that I was ahead of the herd when I cleared my MBBS entrance. And unfortunately, because it was a merit system in Maharashtra at that time, I kind of, and although I had merit in a few subjects, so I was so assured कि MD तो मिल ही जाएगी because on the basis of my marks,
Right.
and then during our batch they shifted to entrance, and
Oh.
I was not prepared for that,
ये
and
लाइफ में ट्रेजेडीज आई थिंक तुम्हारे और मेरे साथ ही हुई है ऐसी एंट्रेंस की.
नहीं, अब 2020
Me
के बाद
too.
पहले आई वुड ब्रैग बट 2020 बैच देखो तो फिर लगता है नहीं यार हम इनसे तो अच्छे थे कोई बात
इससे
नहीं
तो अच्छे ही थे, I
ये
swear.
बच्चों का तो हाँ so I really don't know if I should say that any longer but yes so I think that has taught me one lesson never to go in a comfort zone. When I remember when I entered MBBS, since most people were from state board, and no offense to anybody, but all India syllabus and state board, more state board. for that matter, there is a huge difference. So a lot of what I had read in 12th standard,
Right. I agree
was
completely.
had put in a nice base for my first MBBS at least. So we sailed through it, and probably and I was scoring well. I was a university topper in my final year as well. But then it didn't mean anything at the end of it, because I could not translate into an MD in that particular subject. Microbiology was my second choice. Peds was my first. I couldn't get peds, and although everything fell into place eventually. So I love microbiology, and I'm quite okay with that. But yes, so never go in
That's
a
absolutely
competition.
right.
Yes, be always keep on sharpening your skills. And I think now I'm almost scared of it, which is the reason I don't want to sit pretty. I want to keep on doing something all the time.
Evolving, right. Okay, but Shivani, thank you so much for joining us today. And
Thanks
thank
so
you
much.
for coming in on this maiden episode, because just chatting with you, talking to you, I have felt so comfortable, because I am a behind the camera kind of person. I don't like being on camera. I'm a backstage kind of person. So, but you kind of, it was, I mean, we're over the time limit, 10 minutes over the time limit. So thank you for all the time that you've given to us. And for all of those who are watching this now, or will be watching this, recorded version later, this is again Shivani's book. This is Hiret, Partition Stories from 1947, published by, yes, published by Room 9 Publications. The book is edited by Husna Taslim, and the cover design is by Mitru, if I'm not mistaken. So it is not? Okay. Who is the
It's painting by Dr. Pratishtha. And
okay.
Mitru had done it was a painting actually. So put it on this.
The web thing, the digital thing was, yeah, that's a step. Right, okay. So for those of you who've not already picked up this book, I do recommend you do that, not because Shivani is sitting right here and she's one of my favorite authors, but because this book, like I said earlier, Hiret is a river of emotions. If you really want to delve into writing in the emotional or in the realistic fiction genre, then these are the kind of books that you really need to read. Otherwise, like I said, stories just become imagined realities. And oftentimes, if you're not willing to put a part of yourself in the story, then they just become a fantasy which the reader will not kind of relate to. So, Shivani, any thoughts on that?
21 Stories for 21, which has just come.
Yes.
And it has 4 very young authors, really young authors, not just new.
Right.
They may not, in fact, one of them is not new also. Ananya is not new. So, but definitely young authors. Please encourage all of them, and do read, and do give us a feedback on 21 Stories for 21.
So thank you, Shivani. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Sonal. Yes. Have a good night.
Yeah, same to you. For you, it's literally edging towards the middle of the night. Okay. Thank you for joining us, live from Hong Kong. And there'll be, of course, questions and comments that have come in on the Facebook page. So I would love it if you could just go back at your convenience and just,
Surely. I would love to reply to all of them.
Thank you so much. And this is us signing off. Thank you, guys. Till the next episode.
All right.